Let's move on then to the Personal Finance Corner. Just about a few minutes left before we wrap the show. Feroze Azeez of Anand Rathi Financial Services joins in to answer all your personal finance queries. Hi Feroze, good to see you in. Our first caller is Nishant. He calls us from Patiala. He's got a question for you. Hi Nishant.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How can we help you?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to invest 6 to 7,000 rupees per month
Okay.
for a long perspective of 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
So I want to know which mutual fund is the best.
Okay, for the longer term. Feroze, which ones would you recommend?
Nishant, since your time frames are about 4 to 5 years, I think I'll recommend you 3 good equity schemes. 2 of them in the large cap category, 1 in the mid cap category. You can look at one little known scheme called the Mirai India Opportunities Fund, which is a very good large cap fund. And then you could probably look at SBI Blue Chip, which is from a large fund house like SBI. So these 2 would be your large cap funds. And then the third one would be an opportunistic kind of fund, which invests in all kinds of companies, Reliance Equity Opportunities. I think these 3 funds to split your money, 2.5 in the former, and the last one which I mentioned, Reliance Equity Opportunities, if you put about 2,000 and continue the SIP for about 4 or 5 years, it should be good.
All right, up next we have Ayush Lal, who has written to us from Surat. He says he has investments in HDFC Top 200 Fund as well as the Birla Sun Life Frontline Equity Fund. He wants to now increase his investment or exposure to mutual funds and wants to know whether or not he should remain invested in these funds or whether he should switch to something new. However, I know Birla Sun Life has done very well. HDFC Top 200, although at one time it was really popular, not doing so well now. Would you advise him to continue?
No, I think HDFC Top 200 is a little too aggressive and it's taking in undue risks and not translating that into returns. So I think, like Sumera mentioned, HDFC Top 200 should be stopped, the SIP should be stopped, and then you should probably look at the other scheme, which is called the HDFC Equity Scheme in the same fund house. I think that's one change. And then you can start adding up in the mid-cap space, because you don't have mid-cap in your portfolio, which is going to be Franklin India Prima Fund. I think, Mr. Lal, I think these 3 funds would be very good for your portfolio. Switch, as Sumera mentioned, HDFC Top 200 to HDFC Equity.
Okay, Feroze. Any disclosures you would like to give on any of these funds that you've recommended?
Yeah, I might have holdings and also recommend it to all our clients, in fact.
All right. Thanks so much for that. By the way, some news flow on Viom Networks. Remember that.